Hi, my name's Dan Petrock. I'm going to be your statistics instructor this spring of 2020, so Happy New Year. Just making a brief video to help welcome you and orient you to the course. Here's a picture of me and my family. This is in the Blackboard course under your instructor, but this is the family picture we just got this last fall, so you can just call me Dan. I've been teaching at DMAC for over 15 years now. I taught high school for 10 years prior to that. I am also a interim chair of math and science online and work part-time in distance education here at DMAC. And then I'm also the faculty advisor for the Campus Fellowship Club here at the Ankeny campus. My wife is Sarah. She is a senior financial analyst for Wellmark Blue Cross Blue Shield. She's been working there for like about as long as we've been married, almost 24 years. And Gavin right here is a senior, Dallas Grimes. He is going to go to Iowa State next year, hopefully in computer engineering, and very active in running and acting and singing and lots of other things. Kaylin is a sophomore at DCG. She's almost 16, so she's active in a lot of stuff too, basketball and golf. And then Jensen is a seventh grader. He's 13. He is also a golfer and a basketball player, drummer. And, so our family loves to travel, play games, but it's definitely changing with all teenagers in the house. And I know many of you in this class are teenagers, and I really enjoy teaching this online class, especially to some of the high school students that find they're very successful, have a lot of support. And if this is your first online class, I just want to just tell you to relax. You'll be fine as long as you just kind of keep up with the course, do what's asked of you each week, put the proper time in. I think you'll be very successful. I like to be very accessible to you, so feel free to always email or call me. If you call this phone number right here, it'll go right to my cell. So you can use that if you'd like, but obviously don't try to call me at some weird hours. But welcome to the class. I'll give you a brief overview of just what maybe a typical week looks like and how to get started. So if you click on the syllabus, it's going to have our syllabus for you to download. It also has the calendar at the end for what we'll be doing each week. And under course content, we have just the three folders. Essentially the first few weeks are opened up here. The Start Here folder and the Week 1 folder are obviously for the first week. Weeks typically go from Wednesday to Tuesday. This first one's a little longer because of the start date. But if you go to the Start Here folder, it kind of it has a to-do. There's an ebook here that you can access. We also use MyStatLab, and MyStatLab also has an ebook. And you're going to be using MyStatLab for your online homework, for our statistical software called StatCrunch. So here's an example of an online homework for you to do in orientation. But once you click on that, it's going to ask you to put in an access code, and that's right there. And that's all you have to do just one time, and from this point forward, the system will know who you are. Make sure you know that there's a course home, kind of shows you access to a lot of resources for you to use. Maybe peruse that a little bit. There's a syllabus quiz for you to accomplish. Introduce yourself here on the discussion board. Make sure you post a picture. And there's an optional orientation course. If you've never taken an online class, this might be worth checking out if you want to get a little more information. And then if we go into course content week 1, so for this first week, on top of the Start Here folder, by the 21st, I'm asking you to kind of go through this as a video. There's an FAQ discussion board here. It's kind of optional if you want to. This would be like general questions just about the class that everybody might find of value, and you can, if you click on those, you can subscribe to that if you'd like. There's some videos, some more homework. There's some interactive learning objects here for you to go through. There's a link to StatCrunch as well, and if you click on that, that'll get you oriented to the online statistical software we're going to use. Don't use it a lot this first week, but it'll get you oriented. You'll need to use it by week 2, so just want to get you started on that. And then there's the semester project here. There's going to be a project due at the end, and that's I know that's looking at the end, but you're going to be able to kind of pick your own topic to do a little research on, answer a question potentially. But there's discussions throughout the course to help kind of scaffold that or help you get used to dealing with data. And this first one is just going out and finding some data off the Polk County jail site and doing some brief data organization and analysis of that. And then there's some optional videos. So this kind of shows you, typically what a week's going to look like. You're going to watch some videos, do some animations, do some discussions. Feel free to interact with me. I also offer online office hours. If you'd ever like to meet, we can talk over problems, and I can set that up and invite the whole class potentially even. So those are always available to you. My face-to-face office hours are Monday and Tuesday afternoons at the Ankeny campus, but I'm available quite a bit. I do have a 24-hour turnaround, but I would say I'm typically very quick about getting back if you shoot me an email. So just want to welcome you to the course. Hope this video helps you get oriented, and don't hesitate to reach out to me if you have any questions.